Hello everyone, my name is David Gray, and today we're going to pick up where we left off from the basic contact management settings. So today we're going to do a more advanced management of your contacts. Okay, so once again, the way we always start off is you're going to log into your CRM tool. Everybody should have that link. It's going to bring you up to the dashboard. From the dashboard, you're going to see the main information that you decided to customize your dashboard on, history, and you might have contacts and birthday list and notes or whatever. We've already gone through all this part right here. Okay, so now we're going to jump into the advanced section, or the advanced features of contacts, and why you need to fill out certain fields. Okay. So by doing that, we're going to go to Menu, Contacts, and the contact that we're going to choose right here is, I'm going to choose Ed, and I want to go over the advanced features of what you can do and what you should do with your contact. Okay, so in this scenario, Ed is one of my computer clients, so he's not going to have the policy anniversary date. I can put lead source in there. I can put groups in there. But if I put groups, it's going to be something that's affiliated with the groups that y'all all use. Okay? So I'm going to make sure that I've got his name, his email address, his phone number, groups, lead source, and policy anniversary date. The reason these are critical is because when we move forward and we start generating more detailed reports or lists, we're going to need this information in there. Okay. We also need to add insurance owned. Okay. This right here will allow us to run reports and find out everyone that owns a long-term care policy. And maybe we're looking for all your clients that own Genworth long-term care policy. We can script for that. Okay, run a report for it. Say something's going on and you need to change policies from one company to another because something's going on. You're worried you're going to lose a client, or their premiums are being increased and they're not going to be able to afford it. You're going to want to be able to run a report and look just for that one carrier and then the product to find out who's on your list that is going to qualify or that you should be concerned about it. Okay, so once again, we're in the contact. This is just the summary of this contact right here. You notice you can scroll up, scroll down, and you're going to see pretty much basic information, but also an overview when you look at like recent comments and this part right here. Okay, so once again, that's in the summary tab. If we get to the detail tab, that's going to show us every field that's in here. One of the fields that I was talking about that you need to make sure that you fill out is groups. Okay, so if you go into groups and edit that group, okay, here's a drop down. Here's all your acronyms of the groups that it's affiliated with when you got this policy, okay, or when you set up this this client, where that information came from. Okay. So I'm just going to close out of that. I'm not going to set anything. I could just go in there. We'll take AAA CO. Okay. Now we've got that in there. If we ever do a search of all of our clients and we run a report to look for everybody that's got AAA CO right here, that's going to generate a report with an output that's got anybody that this right here is true. Okay. So we also want to look down. At the source area. Okay. So we've got one is a lead source. Now we're going to be modifying. We're taking this part out. Right now I've got information in there that I've got to switch over for everyone or a lot of folks. So that's in there just for a short period of time. Okay, but the client source right here, this is something that we want to fill out. So most people, they could have, it could be LTCR, it could be, let's change that, could be COI. Now there is a list, there's a drop-down list when you first set this up that gives you a drop-down where you can actually choose what you're looking for. But if you need to go in there and add that, you can do that as well. Okay. So we're going to just kind of look through this list. So we've got up here at the top, we've got first name, last name. Okay, first of all, you have to put in the last name just to save the contact. So hopefully you've at least put that amount of information in there. Okay, and then we're going to go to phone numbers, the primary phone that they have. If you've got an office phone, put that in there as well. Okay. Primary email. If you don't put a primary email in here and you sell this client or a customer, if you sell them a policy, we're not going to be able to send out birthday cards and any campaigns that you decide to send to them. They're not going to receive those if primary email is empty. Okay, so make sure that we fill that out. Okay. So this shows us the created time right here. So I created this client right here, 6/15/2007 at 6:13 p.m. Okay, I modified this client at 6:21. Okay, so today is the 21st. You'll notice 9:55. Right now it's 10:07. So we just modified this client 5 minutes ago. Okay, and when I do something else and save it, it's going to change this modified, which is good because this right here directly reflects back to your dashboard in your history. If you need to look and see what you, or if you've got a possible appointment setter that works with you, you can kind of do a snapshot or just kind of a review of, okay, this is what's going on. So if they're doing most of the work and you might not know exactly what you've got going on as far as times and dates and changes and stuff, you can look through that and see, you know, and get more information. Just kind of a easy way to communicate without actually calling the appointment setter. You'll see. Okay. So once again, this part right here is the detailed part. Okay. From this detailed part, as long as you've got your mail manager set up, and we're going to go over mail manager probably next week. As long as that part is set up, I'm in this contact right here, Ed. If I want to send him an email, all I have to do is go up here to the right, to the top right, and click on send email. Okay, this is going to prompt me to put in the subject. So it's got who's sending it. So it's coming from my account. It's going to Ed. The subject that we want to put in, testing. Tell you what, let's do this. That way you can see exactly how this works. Yes. Okay, so I've got my email ready. I'm going to go ahead and send it. So I'm going to hit send. This is going to send this contact right here a message. Okay, as soon as I did that, you notice that up under the emails right here, you'll notice that now there's one email communication that I've sent to Ed. In 6 months, if I pull up Ed's account or contact information, if I go, what's the communication points that I've had with him? This is one of them I can click on, and I can see the email that I sent to him. So just a good, easy way to keep organized. This part of the system does it on its own. It's not even anything that you really have to think about. It just organizes it for you. There's no dragging and dropping from an email that you've got in Outlook into the system. It's just as easy as just doing it from there. Okay. Now that I've got Ed on my list, right here, any campaign that I send to my clients, Ed's going to receive one. So where this one right here in the email has one, the first campaign I send that he gets, it's going to show one up here. Okay. Let's go back to the touch points. Our touch points on here is only one so far. Okay. And that's where I sent Ed an email. Once again, if I send him a campaign, the touch points would show an email, a campaign, could be an event where I set up an event and added Ed to it. You know, a calendar event or a calendar invite is going to show up in this area as well. Okay. Now let's look at updates. Updates are important because if you change something or modify something in that contact and you forget that you did it, or you added something, you took something away, and you're like, where did that go? I know I had an email in there for him. You can actually go in there and look, and you can see. Okay, so I linked an email. When I sent an email to him, it automatically linked to Ed. This is the subject that that I sent him. This is an update where I changed his contact information from LTCR to COI. That was done right before I went in and updated that client source right here to LTCR. Okay, so it's in reverse order. Okay, I updated his groups to AAACO, and then last modified change, guess what? I did it in my account. Okay, workflow, no workflow changes. Let's see. Update. Okay, you'll notice right here that I went into Ed's account and I was demonstrating how the email opt-out and email opt-in works. Okay, so you're automatically opted in. You have to manually opt out. So if I send him a campaign and he opened it up and said, I'm tired of getting this, then at the very bottom of that campaign, he or she has an option to click opt out. Okay, as soon as they do that, it goes into the detail part, and it will, if I can find it down here, there's an email opt out. It's not the do not call. It's going to have no on it. Convert. Here it is. Email opt-out. So this is email opt-out, no. If this right here said email opt-out, yes, one, I wouldn't be able to send him any more emails, and two, I wouldn't be able to send him any more campaigns. Okay, so they can choose that from any campaign that you send, and they can automatically do it, or they could potentially send you an email and say, hey, David, please take me off your mailing list. I don't want to receive any more information from you. And then I could manually go in there and edit this and change and put a check there and click green. Okay, I'm not going to do that just because I don't want to change his account and have to change it back, but it's as easy as that. Okay, so we looked at touch points, we looked at the email that we sent, we looked at updates, we saw all the updates just for this client. You know, there's a lot more work that you do on your clients' case than you would realize until you start going down and looking at it. Okay. So next we're going to look at only the comments. These are comments that I put in. If I want to put in a comment now, and I said, sent Ed an email. Oh, welcome him to as a new customer. Okay, so you'll fill that out. If I needed to attach anything on here, I could attach it. That would attach it to the system. And all I need to do is click on the post to the right of that. And now I've added a new comment under here. Okay. You'll notice down here, I did attach something here. Okay. If I click on this, that'll show me exactly what I did. So I did a tune-up on his machine, showed him where all of his viruses and malware were and how many he had, and I just kind of keep this for my record. So if there's information, screenshots, and things that you need to do for your clients, you can add it right in here in the comment and just attach a file to it. If it's a work document, if it's something that comes from underwriting that you need to attach in there, you can do the same thing. Okay. Next, we're going to look at the activities. You'll notice that there's really no activities in here. There's 3 things that I can do from here. Okay. 2 of them we'll talk about now. The other I'll show you when we get back to the main contact area. But I can add an event. Comes up. It's going to put it on my calendar. I click right here. It already knows, since I'm inside of Ed's contact, it already knows that once I do this, it's going to send him a notification. So he'll receive an email saying, hey, we've got a meeting or whatever, web meeting, 2 o'clock. So type in web meeting today, 2 o'clock. Status planned. He knows about it. Activity type. Web conference. High priority. I hit save. Boom. Puts it in the calendar. Okay. I'm gonna close out of that, but that's as easy as it gets, I think. Okay. Next is the emails that we've already talked about. I sent him 1 email. It attached it right here. If I sent him 15 emails through the system, they would all end up in this area right here. Okay. Note this. If you have emails that come in, if he replies back to my email from here, okay, I can take that email and attach it, and it'll show up in this group, as long as where it says emails right here, as long as that's checked. If this right here is checked, then I only get to see the one that I did. Okay? So if I send him an email under conversations, it's going to pop up in this area right here. Okay? If he sends me something back and I attach it, I've got to be in this mode right here to be able to see all of them. So if you feel like you're missing some communication but on their part or their side where it's not attaching to the system, make sure that you've got the one on the left checked, the one that says emails, and not just the conversation. Because conversation shows you one side, email shows you both. Okay? Let's go back into, let's see, well, we looked at last one. It's going to be the campaign history. We haven't sent any campaigns out that Ed got, so this right here is going to be empty. As soon as I send the next one out, Ed will be added to it, I'm sure, and then there will be, just like there is 1 email, there'll be 1 campaign. Okay. Last thing I want to talk about today, let's go into the detailed, or we can go into the summary. The phone. I've had some questions about, can you dial from the system? There are third-party applications and third-party phone vendors, And if you need any information on that, please email me, and I'll send you a list. I use one called 8x8 that I get a great deal on. It's $21 or $22 a month. It gives me all the phone calls that I want to make. I bought a phone from them. It was like $75, dirt cheap. But it gives me the ability that I can click on the number right here, and it automatically calls. Okay, so right now I've got my cell phone number in there under Office here. So if I click on this right here, it's going to automatically ring my phone. I can pick up my phone, and as soon as I do it, it calls that number for me. So I'm going to go ahead and end the call, but that's how easy it is that you can just call clients directly from your CRM. This feature right here I love. I use it every day. Okay, I'm working on the feature that actually will put this part right here. When you click there to call, it actually puts this in the comments or the touch points. It's not in there yet, but I'm working on that. That way, not only when you go to touch points and you go, okay, so what all is going on with the communication on here, it'll show you everything that you've done, email sent or phone calls that you've made to that client. So once again, it's as easy as just clicking on it. It's already started calling. Now I pick up my desk phone, and I will have them. It will be calling them on my desk phone. Okay. Okay. So once again, the system I use is called 8x8. There's 4 or 5 other ones that are out there that you can choose from. Skype is out there. Skype's about $100 a year. That gives you a Skype phone number that you can dial from. It gives you incoming, outgoing, all you want to call from that. Just like a normal phone at home, you just do it over the computer. The system that I've got now, you can either do it over the computer with an app. Excuse me. You can do it with either an app like I've got here, or you can have it where it rings the desk phone like mine does. If I put it on soft phone, then I can just use the same phone that I'm talking to you on now, or microphone, and call out from there. Okay, very easy. Great for appointment setters. Might sound a little bit lazy to say I can't reach over and dial the numbers on a phone, but this right here is just, hey, just click. So click and call. So that's the last point that I've got in the contacts. I hope you enjoyed today's training session. Once again, this is advanced management of your contacts. So if you have any feedback or questions, just please give us a shout. We're trying to add more videos now to the system to be able to help y'all out. The next video that we're going to do is going to be on list and reports. So basically what we're trying to get to is we're trying to get to the area, the campaigns area. So you'll know how to set up a campaign and how to run it, how to look at the information that's in there, read it, see who opened it, see who clicked on any links that are on it, and see who replied or anybody that might have opted out. Okay? So once again, thank you for joining our call today. And if you have any questions, please email us at info@myhelpdeskagent.com, or you can call us at 615-988-1156. Thank you.